Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life left behind these holes. Slice of figurines, stands upon fly, receiving the epitaph for after hours. Steady as I creep the beat, times toes tapping away as the rip off my feet. No matter, we'll find a way. If not, I'm off to start the day. Sidestep the darkness as I creep outside. No life.
Greetings, universe! My name is Orbital Bacon, and I am certified G1 and a real freaking prime, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is my army of freaks. They're weird and they're proud, and you can't teach that. Bada boom! Realest bots in the room, how you doing? Ball Week Burrito, everyone. Welcome to another live stream. It's Wednesday, we've made it halfway through the week. So you are indeed made of sterner stuff. It's good to see you all here. Starting the stream a little later than normal, but that's because, as you can see, I was preparing some new surroundings. We're taking it back old school. We're going G1. Because I'm certified G1, so we gotta be all the way. But I hope you're all doing well. It's good to see you in the chat. We've got Delilah, Mimi Lucky, Brett Former, Ian, Josephine, William, Destiny, Immortal Ideas. Good to see you all. Pizza rolls for everyone. That's right. I've got no shortage of pizza rolls. Battle Frame, it is indeed Wednesday. So we're here for the typical Wednesday live stream, and normally I would have done some news stuff yesterday, but we decided to have a bit of fun and do some random stuff instead because this area here was still under construction. But now that it's done, we're going to catch up with the news, and there's a lot of wild stuff going on. Hasbro, we need to talk. We got some issues here, Hasbro. This is one of the main reasons I went back to my G1 form, surrounded here in Teletran 1. Going old school. We gotta take it back. We've gone too far. We need to go back. Bug, good to see you here. Sir Sound. What did Hasbro do? Well, let's go ahead and get into the news. Without further ado, since I've welcomed you all, let me go ahead and let the Goon Squad introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into the news so we can see what Hasbro did, because it ain't pretty, but they faced instant regret, so it may not be so bad for them. We'll see. Maybe we can give them a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I, for one, being someone who's had second, third, fourth, 15 chances, second chances, I believe in second chances, so I think that Hasbro could possibly come around on this and maybe make amends, but we'll have to see. But good to see you. Good to see you, chat. Hope everyone's doing well.
Logically, it makes no sense whatsoever. I can't even begin to fathom why they would make such a decision, but I'll let you speak on that, Optimus. I don't like to give in to emotions. I prefer to think of things logically. Their decision was unsound. That is all.
Yeah, I mean, Shocky said it best himself. I mean, you can't really put it any better than that.
Don't call me Shocky.
Hasbro, you have one chance. Do what you need to do. CRT, inferior. Logic, simple common sense, superior. Yeah, because that is basically what we're facing here, is just a battle of simple common sense. Doesn't really take much to figure it out. All right, so let's get into it. So basically what Hasbro's doing is they're pushing critical race theory, or CRT as a lot of people have come to call it. If you're not familiar with what that is, it basically teaches kids. It's something that they've been teaching in schools all the way down through grade school. It's not just like something that's in college or university. This is something that they're teaching in grade school to our children, to your children. And what they're saying is that everything that happens in your life, every way that you are, and everything that is wrong or right or whatever with your life is the result of your skin color. And they say that they're doing this to not be racist, but telling children that they're going to be a certain way or have their life be a certain way based on their skin color. That sounds pretty racist to me. I don't know about you, chat. I don't know. I mean, like, I'm with Shockwave here. I'm just using simple logic. I'm just thinking common sense. I'm going, well, I don't think you should tell people that based on their skin color that they're going to behave a certain way or think a certain way or that their life is going to be a certain way. I think that you should just tell everyone that if you try your best, if you put in the work and you do your best, then you've got a good chance of succeeding. Not everyone's going to make it. I mean, that's just how life is. Not everyone's going to make it, but the beauty of living in America is that you have the freedom to try. You have the freedom to put your best effort forward. No one's going to stop you from putting your effort forward. That's not to say that there aren't evil people out there and people that might try to do you wrong. And there might be an individual out there that tries to hold you back. But that's just the individual. You have the freedom. This is why I'm back to my old school self. I'm feeling G1. I'm feeling old school Optimus Prime. Freedom is the right of all sentient beings. And guess what? You've got that freedom. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you look like. You have the freedom to pursue your dreams as long as you put your best effort forward. That's all you can do. Then at that point, you really only have yourself to blame. Like I said, there's evil individuals out there and they might try to get in your way. But aside from that, it's all up to you. It's all up to you. So, and now if you're wondering, okay, so what specifically did they do as far as pushing CRT? I have the video here. There was a whistleblower, a employee of Hasbro, who brought this to the public's attention. So let's bring this up on screen. I'm going to have to hide the chat here. And that's really what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring awareness to this.
My name is David Johnson. I'm a packaging engineer for Hasbro. They are attempting to covertly push CRT, critical race theory, through branding and messaging through their products. I decided to come to Project Veritas because I opposed the indoctrination of children that they wanted to push.
Explain what we're looking at here.
So if you caught what he said there, that this isn't just because a lot of people, if you're familiar with the story, I'm not sure those of you that may already be familiar with the story, but they're trying to say, oh, it was just an optional, what do you call it, training program, I guess. I don't know I don't know why that's training to do your job in making toys, but they say it was just an optional training program. But here's the thing. What he's saying here is that they're putting it into their products subvertly. You know, it's like a subtle thing, bit by bit. They're putting it into their products.
This is the program developed by the Conscious Kid, which is working with Hasbro to teach children about racial bias at an early age.
Is this a mandatory all-hands training?
Yes, it was mandatory for me.
Now, catch what he said just there. He said it was mandatory for him because Hasbro, let me pull up their response. Hasbro, because they had instant regret here. Let me get a better window for it. There we go. Hasbro basically had instant regret over this, and we're going to go back to the video. But they said that our mission is to create the world's best play and entertainment experiences that connect children, fans, and families around the world. We occasionally invite third-party speakers for optional sessions to discuss diverse viewpoints. As always, the views expressed by external speakers are their own and do not reflect the views of the companies. Now, this was a Hasbro spokesperson, but they say it was optional sessions, yet the whistleblower here says it was mandatory for him. So it may have been optional for some employees, but it sounds like not for all of them. It sounds like some employees had to take this course. And if you're going to say that, oh, we just invite these speakers, they don't reflect our views, well, then why'd you invite them? This is a known controversial topic. There are states, like half the states in the country have banned this outright from their schools. It's a known controversial topic. Why would you even invite them? But here you can see that this is some of the slides from the presentation. And it's talking about two-year-olds using stereotypes and being racist. I don't know about you, but I don't think of 2-year-olds as being racist. I mean, they're children. They're children.
Children as young as 2 are already using race to reason about people's behaviors.
2-year-old racists is just an absurd concept.
By 3 to 6 months, babies are beginning to notice and already express preference by race.
3 to 6 months. Not even a year old, half a year old. 3 to 6 months and they're already expressing preference by race. How dare these racist babies? There's racist babies. We have to stop them. We have to stop the racist babies. This is a real problem. And Hasbro's stepping up. They want to stop the racist babies. Can you believe it? 3 to 6 months. Yes, thank you for the donation. You saw that? You saw this shit? And it's disturbing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What? WTF, Hasbro. WTF. Exactly. Thank you for the donation. That's $1 towards the space bridge. But yeah, it's unreal. It's unreal.
By age 3, children are already starting to apply stereotypes.
So this is, oh wait.
They also may use racist language intentionally.
That's the best part. Well, I say the best. It's like the worst. They're already applying stereotypes at 3 years old and using racist language intentionally. I don't know if 3-year-olds even know what they're saying. I think a lot of 3-year-olds will tell you that they're robots and they'll try to eat dirt. I don't think they know what they're doing. But we gotta stop them. We gotta stop them, the racist babies. They're out there. They're out there. They have to be stopped. We have to stop them. Night Slash says, let's just move to another planet. That's right. That's right, Night Slash. Consumi Gaming says, my faith in humanity is gone. Unicron, take me now. I mean, that's what it's come to. That's what it's come to. Now, I had another image I wanted to show you because, as I mentioned, they faced instant backlash. Now, this is the stock for Hasbro. This story came out about 2 or 3 days ago. But about 2 days ago, when the news really spread, when it really became public, you can see the dip here. You can see the effect it had. Not too good. Not looking too shabby there, Hasbro. What happened? I think people weren't too happy with that. I don't think they like that. Now, of course, it recovered. But that's not to say that had this news not hit, because you can see that they were doing pretty well up here earlier in the week, or the prior week, because we're about midway through. So about a week ago, they were doing pretty well. They took a little dip, and then I guess this news got real public, and now they're starting to recover because they issued this statement here saying, "Oh well, that's us. It's not what we think. It's just But the public isn't happy. You can see their response here. You can see the fact that they had to make this statement. And just looking in the chat, I can see that a lot of you are not overly thrilled with this idea. And that's why I wanted to bring it to your attention. Because, like I said, we can give Hasbro a second chance, like Starscream. It's a bunch of second chances. But this needs to be made aware, because this is what, like I said, they're teaching this in schools. And they're basically trying to drill it into people's heads. And it does nothing to help anyone. It like I said, if you just use common sense, it actually seems quite racist to try to tell people that this is how you should be, or how you will be, I guess. Basically telling you this is how you will be. By age 3, no less. By age 3. So I find that to be ridiculous. And I think that the awareness should, not that we need to go with pitchforks and torches to Hasbro and try to rough them up or anything like that, but I felt that this was a pretty serious issue.
At this age,
I think this is where the mask starts to slip a little bit.
Is this what people are talking about regarding critical race theory?
This is critical race theory in practice. They explain that the white children in particular have the particular bias against black people. It's a mainstream ideology now, and it's in a lot of our institutions. People that I've spoken to about these issues, and I'm trying to explain to them why teaching people to segregate based on race or by gender or by any other inherent characteristic is wrong. If you want your children to be looking at people based on their race, then you are opposing Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. So I think that's
I want to rewind that.
progress in their race characteristic is wrong. To segregate based on race or by gender or by any other inherent characteristic is wrong. If you want your children to be looking at people based on their race, then you are opposing Dr. Martin Luther King's dream. So I think that's progress in the truest sense.
And I agree 100%. 1,000%. That to segregate based on any characteristic, gender, race, anything like that, your height, your hair color, anything, is wrong. And it opposes Martin Luther King's dream and all people who have worked towards civil rights and equality. No matter who you are, all peoples throughout history. It's just undoing all of that. It's like going backwards. I don't understand it. And people are tired of this. You heard him say that it's being pushed as like a mainstream ideology, and I just think that's sad. I really think that's sad. That people would be taught that you need to be separated or look at things through such lenses to segregate people. Battleframe says, when I was back in kindergarten, my best friend was black. When I saw the Karate Kid reboot, I thought Jaden Smith was the coolest kid ever. I didn't see race as a big deal when I was very young. And see, that's a good point, Battleframe, is most kids don't. Most kids don't. I don't think, now, there may be the biological in-group preference, because that's just how evolution works. You just sort of gravitate towards your own group because at such a young age, your mind just sees, okay, we look the same. That's about as far as it goes. But otherwise, you go out, and if there's kids playing in the street, you want to play with them. You want to be out there playing with the other kids. When you're a kid, you don't care. You don't care. You just want to be out there playing with the other kids. And what they're teaching here is that no, the 3-year-olds, the babies, racist babies. I think that's terrible. It does more to separate than bring us together. And that's not what we should be all about. That's really not what we should be all about. We're supposed to be coming together. I mean, that's what they say, it's all about peace coming together. Well, why are you working against that? And see, people are getting tired of this. And it's not just, you heard him say that this was a mandatory course for him, but that they were also subtly putting it into their products. And we've seen a lot of talk recently from products, whether it be from Hasbro or movies and TV shows that we get from Hollywood. And these products are they're being taken over by indoctrination. I don't know, infiltrated, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And it's like they're taking everything that everyone knew and loved, and they're twisting it so that they can preach these things, and it just further separates people. So Girofan, hello, welcome. Glad you could make it. Convoy, greetings. Welcome, new people. But it's not just me. I do have a couple other stories I wanted to talk about here. We have Black Widow. This was something that came out recently, and it was advertised as a movie that will put men in their place. Gonna put men in their place and make them scream. I didn't see the movie, so I don't know if I would have screamed or not, but I certainly feel put in my place. They put men in their place. I've been put in my place. But Black Widow posts the steepest, not one of, not second steepest, not, well, you know, it was not the best. No, it was the steepest second weekend drop-off for a Disney MCU title. Worse than Captain Marvel. And the studio is silent about the PVOD update, which is basically they're saying that Disney Plus, the movie theaters are like, hey, Disney Plus, what are you doing? Killing our sales. And Disney Plus is like, nah, it'll be fine. And nobody's happy. The end result, nobody's happy. This movie was a train wreck. Anybody that knows about the Taskmaster reveal, I don't really care about spoilers. Does anybody care about spoilers? Because they're happening. But the Taskmaster reveal, turning Taskmaster not only female, but taking the power set and applying it to the suit. And then acting like it was this, you know, big progressive move, and then they still had a male stunt actor playing the part the entire time, and they had to CGI her head, and it made it look like a shrunken head on a body. It looked like smaller than my head on my body right now. Look at my head on this body, it was like smaller than that. You'll get an idea. And people weren't too thrilled. So it had the steepest drop off that we've seen in MCU, and fingers are being pointed. Where's the blame? Where's the blame gonna go? Black Widow suffers worst box office drop. Theater owners blame Disney Plus. I mean, it's just finger pointing everywhere. Nobody knows who's at fault here. I didn't see it. They said it wasn't for me. They said it was going to put men in their place, so I didn't bother seeing it. This is the problem with these. It's not just the CRT from Hasbro, but it's all these woke ideals. Diversity, see, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of pretending like diversity is what they claim it is. Oh, we're just trying to have inclusion and never. No, it's code for it's your new racism, mostly against white people, but it's against a few different people. But that's your new code for it, and people are sick of it. Yeah, Disney will blame white males. Oh, they're not seeing our movies because they're toxic white males. No, it's because you're telling them that the movies are not for them. You ever think that? You ever might want to compute that?
Once again, simple logic. If Disney wants their customers to see the movies, they should appeal to their customers rather than berate them and tell them that basically half the viewer base, the movie isn't for them. That's highly illogical, bad business. Forbes magazine themselves, which is a business publication, said that Disney's management was highly confusing and hypocritical. It makes me wonder why other people might follow in their steps. Not wanting to mention any names, but Swagwave comes to mind.
Yeah, see, that's another problem I have with all this woke bullshit. And all the CRT pushing all this stuff, telling people to be racist towards each other. To look at everything and tell everyone, oh, white people are evil. Black people are victims. Instead of, hey, you all have an equal shot. You all have a fair shot. You know what that ends up doing? That ends up making this cancel culture that we have. That's why there's cancel culture assholes like Merit Movies out there trying to cancel people just for having opinions on things. That's what led to all this bullshit with cancel culture. And nobody can even make a joke anymore. You can't even make a joke. You can't make people laugh You can't make fun of things. Everybody's offended. Everybody's sensitive. I've never seen a bigger bunch of babies as cancel culture. The biggest bunch of cowards I've ever seen. Because you confront them up close and they run like little cockroaches. And that's what this shit is doing. When the movies advertise themselves as not being for certain people, or Hasbro's bringing these guests in, teaching this bullshit CRT, telling children that they're going to be racist babies. That's what leads to all this cancel culture, hyper-offensive bullshit, where everyone's turning on each other. And guess what? People are getting sick of it. So if you've participated in cancel culture, your fucking days are numbered. Because people are sick of this shit. So, that's all I have to say about that. Because it doesn't even end there. It doesn't even end there. Look at this. They can't even get being woke trash right. When they try to be woke trash, they can't even do it right. Look at this bullshit.
I'm Mandy. All my life, I've been the kid of a superhero. But really, I'm like the opposite of my mom, Starfire. She can fly and shoot star bolts. I can't do any of that. Now, Blackfire, my evil aunt.
No, you're the opposite because you're a self-insert from the ridiculous author, writer. I can't even
Goes
call
up
her
and tells
that.
me it's time to meet my fate. So now I have to battle her for the throne of Tamarin.
Look at this art. This is like what was that? Newgrounds Flash animation? People on there would be embarrassed.
Wherever that is. And since I'm not my mother, what happens next is going to be
Who was that? Because that was not Starfire.
totally where that is. And since I'm not my mother,
What is this? That's not Starfire. But not only, okay, if you can't already tell that this looks like trash, let me show you some actual pages of the comic because they can't even get being woke trash right. Here we have a couple of tweets. That have the pages here. And basically, if you recall, Starfire has that certain speech pattern where she would say, I am doing the friend bonding or whatever. You know, she had that certain way of speaking. And so she says, what do you want to study? I don't know that either. I'm still thinking about it. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you with your thinking. Mom, daughter, why are you digging into my life all of a sudden? Because that is what the responsible parents do. No, it's the not. So I don't know if you're catching what's happening here, but basically, she's making fun of Starfire's speech pattern, which some people might call an impediment. And I know how these woke dummies who love to get offended at everything would say that, you know, if the shoe were on the other foot, that, oh, that's ableist or some such nonsense. But here they have it, because she hates Starfire, because Starfire's hot. Starfire's tall and hot and confident. Basically everything. Starfire's confident, powerful, beautiful, has friends, is popular. Basically everything that the writer isn't. And so she hates her. She hates Starfire. And so this is the trash you're getting in the comics. And then you're getting the Black Widow movie. You're getting all these reboots. I saw earlier that they just cast Batgirl for a new TV show. And it's another ginger falling by the wayside. It seems like if there's any character, white character with red hair, aka Ginger, that they're gonna get they're gonna get tokenized. It's like inevitable. It's just gonna happen. So yeah, people are sick of this. I don't know if I showed it, but let me bring that back up on screen real quick. Let's scroll down. Take a gander at that ratio there. You know, a couple thousand likes, a couple thousand people, probably some bots. 57,000 downvotes, and I'm just one drop in that pool. One drop in that ocean. 57,000. Oh yeah, and comments are turned off. Babies. So, that's what you've got going on. So that's what I wanted to make everyone aware of. I'm unable to hold back any longer. I had to speak my mind because it's gotten too ridiculous. It's gotten too ridiculous. And if you stay silent, that's what they always say. Oh, silence is violent. Blah, 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 blah. I don't necessarily believe silence is violence, but I do believe that evil prevails when good people do nothing. So that's why I'm going to speak out. And like that little girl said, she was just 9 years old and stood up to the school board, and she said, "Courage is contagious, so be courageous." So that's what I want you to do, Army of Freaks. I want you to go out there. I want you to be courageous. Stand up for what you believe. Don't let them make you afraid. To speak your mind. And guess what? If you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't hate anybody. If you disagree with me, then that's it. We disagree. But that's where it should end. It's these people who go beyond disagreeing with you. That's why I hate cancel culture. Because countries who are at war with each other, they're literally killing each other. But they still have a code of honor. They still have rules they won't break. They won't bomb the schools. They leave the children out of it. Cancel culture, they have no honor. They go after your jobs, after your livelihood, after your families. These people are scum. And I'm not going to stay quiet about it anymore. And guess what? I'm not the only one. So you'll be hearing more, not only from me, but I'm going to be bringing some guests on. And we'll be having some discussions about this stuff. Some people telling their stories. And you know what? We'll turn the tides. Because we got the Army of Freaks. We're weird and we're proud. So with that being said, I hope you've had fun. I know it was kind of an intense stream tonight, but we had to get this out there. We had to make people aware. But guess what? We're still the Army of Freaks. We're still weird, we're still proud. And we're still gonna have fun. Because for each one of these disastrous movies or comic books, there's at least 3 good ones that people just don't know about. And I'm going to be talking about those. It's not always going to be doom and gloom. You know me, I like to show you some of the crazy stuff that I enjoy too. So not only are we going to make this crap known to the public so that we can fight back, we can band together, but then we're also going to show some actual good stuff, some entertainment that's fun, that's devoid of all this woke bullshit. So I hope you all had a good time tonight. I'll be seeing you in a couple of days. I might even stream tomorrow. Who knows? But I'll definitely be back soon. And until then, I want you all to stay weird and stay proud. Make sure to like this video and subscribe for more if you're not already. This is Optimus the freaking Prime, signing off.